Already mic testing, mic testing. Okay, perfect. Let me go to my main camera. Already we're live, and as you guys can tell by the channel thumbnail, today I'm going to be working on UMG logic in Unreal Engine 5 using blueprints. That's last stream I did actually work with UMGs, and I did make a UMG where I had a health bar that decreases HP every time my player loses HP type stuff. Although I did not completely master that, so today I'm going to be continuing and working on that stuff. Eventually, I will be making, let's say something like menu bars and all that stuff. So let's go to my gameplay screen. There we go. Okay, and guys, this is the chat from last stream, which I did not actually change because I did set my this stream subsys. I did set the prompt for my this stream on my last stream. So let's say something like, let's say live exclamation. There we go. Let's go with something like live. Okay, let's see. Okay, I guess let's wait for Clock to start talking. Actually, not talking, I guess composing a chat. Okay, chat, they're back, and let me tell you something. The fact that you came back today after college assignments, which I was done by today morning, so I did not really have time yesterday to complete. Actually, I might have got it a bit, whatchamacallit, I might have procrastinated a little yesterday. After a full day, that's everything about who you are. Most people talk about learning game development, you're actually doing it, and the chat here witnessing it, and the chat is here witnessing it. Champions keep playing until they get it right, said by Billie Jean King. Is that even the name? That's it, but before we continue, I have two questions. Did you do your homework, and how are you feeling today? Answer honestly, chat is watching, and I always know when you're lying. Okay, let's see. So I actually forgot what the homework was. Let's say something like, did you do your homework from last stream? Let's say something like, I didn't do what to say, because I don't really remember what it was. Okay, what do you want to focus on today? Continuing UMG, make the health bar more advanced, add a number display like 100 out of 100 HP, learn how to damage player, and watch bar shrink. All of the above. Okay, let's go with all of the above. Okay, let's see. Oh, with a period. Oh no, chat, you're seeing this. Okay, they want to do everything today, but couldn't do 3 simple tasks last night. Let me ask you something. How do you expect to build a game if you cannot even practice when Sensei is not watching? The camera is not always going to be on, the stream is not always going to be live, the real work happens when nobody is watching. That is where champions are made. We do not risk the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our system, said by James Clear. I'm pretty sure that's how he pronounced the name. That's it, chat. This is exactly why most people never finish their game, not because they aren't talented, but because they only work when someone is watching them. Don't be that person. Okay, I guess that actually does make sense, guys. That's it, but here's the thing. You showed up anyway. That counts for something, so I will not stay mad this time. However, before we do anything today, we're going to do the homework first, right now, on stream, so the chat can hold you accountable. Okay, have you tried VLAN already? Actually, I will be trying VLAN after this series, because this series I feel like I'm completely fat type stuff. That's it, homework 1 task. Right now, open your project and change current health values. Okay, actually I did that. 75 hit play screenshot, 25 hit play screenshot. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and open my Unreal Engine real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and open it real quick. There we go. Now, while my Unreal Engine is opening, once I'm done with this homework, I will be most likely adding some kind of movement logic and even attack logic, whereas I did learn how to add a shoot logic, but for that I will need to, let's say, make a target, which I do not have a PNG for, so I might use any PNG for that. Let me just go ahead and grab this here real quick. Let's go to my project and open UMG project. There we go. Okay, Vic Chad, why? You really need to try it. Actually, I will definitely try it, just not right now. Okay, that's it. Let's go ahead and just grab this here real quick. And let me show you guys what project I worked on last stream when it came to learning about UMGs. Let's go ahead and expand this. Whoops. I want to go ahead and restore everything. There we go. Okay, so this is basically what I did on the last stream. If I run the program, I have a health bar on top, which currently have 60% health left. Basically, what my homework was to go to something like my current HPs is variable. Let's select this. Okay, I guess I gotta go to graph, and in that I have my current HP. There we go, it's 50%. If I change it to something like 10%, hit compile, and then run the program, my health is at 10%. So that's basically what was going on here type stuff. Okay, sad face. Don't be sad. Honestly, I will definitely have a mini series for that. That's it. Let's go ahead and accept this real quick. And now let me go ahead and grab plot up here again. Oops, let me grab plot up here again. There we go. Okay, scroll all the way down here and say something like, and say, I'm done with the homework, although I did not take the screenshots. Well, because I did not completely like go 75, 25, and 10 because I don't want like load the chat up. That said, can we move on getting more practice and let's say I just realized, okay, I just realized that I forgot to ask you if I need to add movement logic question mark. I think that could wait while I work on mastering UMG control question mark. So we added a health bar, but before adding or advancing it, I want to get more comfortable using the UMG logic. Actually, let's say something like by using blueprints. Okay, let's go ahead and send it now. Let's see. Okay, hey bro, your stream today is very stuttering. I checked if my internet connection problem, but no, other stream works fine. Do you have idea what can be wrong? Honestly, I actually have my stream open on my phone to check if it's actually the UMG logic. Actually, let's say something like by using. I think it is like the internet. You should try like restarting the stream because I do like have my. I usually keep my stream open on my phone to see if it's going good and all that. That's what I listen to my headphones as well type stuff. I think that's what you call it. It might be because I just went live, so like the servers like refreshing and that stuff. If that made any sense, I don't think that made any sense. That said, okay, I'll allow it this time, but next time screenshots, no excuses, chat needs proof. And yes, smart thinking, movement can wait, master one thing at a time. Be aware of dissipating your powers, constantly to concentrate them, said by John Wolfgang Wong Go Hey. Is that pronounce the name? Chad, they're thinking like you're a developer. Now go focus over everything. Okay, I'll try it. Maybe you're right. Okay, so you want to get comfortable with blueprints? Perfect. That is exactly the right call. I want to get comfortable with blueprints only in the aspect of actually adding UMGs because the main game logic, I do want to do it using programming. Because even though I am using Blueprint right now, I do like actually writing the code much more than, attaching nodes together. Okay, that's it. Here's what I want you to do today. Instead of just following my steps blindly like last time, today we're going to start thinking for yourself. That makes so much sense. Last stream I was like instructed from A to Z, like everything that I did was based on instructions. Blueprint fundamentals, what do you need to know? Before we touch anything, let me teach you the core concepts of blueprints because without these, you're just randomly clicking nodes and hoping for the best. And I will not allow that. What is a blueprint node? Every single thing in Blueprint is a node. Think of nodes like Lego pieces. Each one does one specific job. You connect them together to build logic. Okay, oh no, now your camera lost focus? Oh my gosh, no way, guys. Hold up, let me restart my camera real quick. Okay, wait, give me a sec, guys. Let me just restart my OBS real quick. Already mic testing. There we go. That should probably fix the camera's focus. Okay, that's it. Where was I? There are different types of nodes. These are, I think, something really important that I need to know. Node types, there is event nodes, function nodes, okay? Variable nodes, math nodes, branch nodes, and return nodes. Event nodes are red color. Their purpose is to trigger where logic starts. Function nodes are blue/gray color. Their purpose is to do something. Yeah, I fixed it. Very nice. Variable nodes are varied. Okay, so the color basically varies. They're used to store and read data. Math nodes color is gray, okay. Add, subtract, divide, multiply, I see. Branch nodes color is gray as well. Okay, if this, then that. So it's basically like if statements and nodes. Return nodes colors are red, send a value back. Okay. Execution pins versus data pins. This is where beginners get confused and I refuse to let that happen to you. Every node has two types of pins. Execution pin, the white arrow. This controls the order things happen. Think of them as a flow of river. Left white pin equals incoming. Do this node when you get here. Okay, right white pin outgoing. After this node, go here next. If a node has no white pin, it doesn't need an order. It just returns data. Okay, by the way, do you still do working out challenges? Actually, I've been waiting I've been waiting for David to have a lot of time to actually have a workout stream on. Hopefully, I might. Honestly, I could actually have a workout stream tomorrow, but I still do need to work on my Unreal Engine. But I think having a workout stream one day would not hurt. Usually, I did think of doing those things on Tuesday, but then Tuesday I do like work on Blender, so maybe tomorrow I might actually do a workout stream. Okay, that's gonna be kind of cool. And actually, I might do it somewhat this stream as well. Let me just go ahead and add a poll here. Let's say something like 10 likes equals, I don't know, maybe something like 10 chips. There we go. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and add something like exclamation. Did not like ... There we go. Okay, I mean, I did add like a mini challenge for every 10 likes. I'm going to be doing 10 push-ups because I do really need to do some workout streams type stuff. With that said, these carry values, number, text, boolean, objects. Blue, object reference. Green, boolean, true/false. Teal, float, decimal point number. Pink equals string text. Yellow equals integer whole numbers. That would be awesome because you ruled it last time. That actually does make sense. I've been waiting for having a workout stream day. Usually I did, when I first started, it was basically, depending on the likes that I get. But then I do need like a whole day for it. So maybe tomorrow, because I think I'm going to be working as much as I can today on the Unreal Engine's UMG. Tomorrow workout stream. Tuesday Blender stream. The rest days Unreal Engine. Okay, the branch node, your best friend. This is the if statement of blueprints. You will use this constantly. Some event points towards a branch. True, false, do this, do that. Whoops. Okay, it asks one question. Is this true or false? Example for your health bar. Is current health less than or equal to 0? True, if player is dead, show me game over screen. False, if player is alive, keep playing. Okay, number 4, blueprints, variables and blueprints. You already made variables. Last time I did make a current health and like a max health variable. A variable is a named container that holds a value. There are two actions with variables. Get, reading the value, drag the variable into the graph. Select get, this gives you the current value. Honestly, let me show you guys what this kind of means. So if I were to go to my WBP underscore health bar, I did actually pull this and find something like get max health. Let's go with max health. And then this was a variable that I did actually create, but my variable name was only max health. The get is actually a automatic thing that's prefixed by Unreal Engine. Oh, that won't be actually adding any kind of variables right now. I just want to show that. Okay, let's just go ahead and get Cloud back up here. Okay, set, change the value. I did not work much with set. I did work with it back when I was learning C++, but I haven't worked with it ever since I started my SDL and Unreal Engine series. Matter of fact, I did not even work with override till now. I did like so many things back when I was only learning C++, like object-oriented programming and a whole bunch of things. I haven't done that in like, I have used object-oriented programming in SDL, but not in Unreal Engine. That said, drag the variable into the graph, these sets, okay, select set. This lets you change what is stored, okay. It has a white execution pin because changing a value is an action. Number 5, functions versus events. I mean, I think we all know what functions and events are. Basically, events game automatically, triggered by game automatically, functions you call them. Example, begin play tick. All those basic events, functions, update health bar, and all the functions that we create. can return values. Events cannot return, but then functions do return a value, because either it returns none if it's a white function, or it returns a certain value if it's not a white function. Has execution. Events have execution because you can execute a event. You can also execute a function. The most common events you will use: begin play, which is automatically created for us; tick, which is automatically created for us as well; on clicked, which we could act any damage, have not used this; fires when actor receives damage. Okay, theory done, finally. Chat, now comes the fun parts. The more you read, the more things you'll know, the more that you learn, the more places you'll go, said by Dr. Seuss. Is that how you pronounce the name? Guys, I'm awful at name pronunciations. That's it. Before you practice, 3 quick questions. I need to know if you absorbed what I just taught you. These are not trick questions. Think carefully. Question 1. What is the difference between white execution pin and a colored data pin? Might have forgotten. Actually, let's say something like this. I did not forget. I just can't. I think just can't remember is the same thing as forgot. I just can't remember ... Because I need some hands-on practice. Theory is good, but I don't know how to explain it. Let's go with something like explain it if I don't use it. There we go. So can we do a mini project or something like that, question mark? Okay, let's see. Okay, stop. I heard that you know all the blah blah. Tell me I forgot, teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learned, said by Benjamin Franklin. This is actually a brilliant quote. I might actually write this off, because this is literally what I think like. Like, if you tell me something, I'm gonna forget. If you teach me something, I'm gonna remember. And if you involve me in it, I actually learned that stuff. Today's mini project, the damage button. Here's what we're building. Screenshots. Negative 10 HP, heal button. What it will do: health bar shows current HP, number shows exact HP like 8100. Damage button, press it, lose 10 HP, bar shrinks. Health bar, press it, gain 10 HP, bar grows. Health cannot go below 0 or above 100. This project will teach you button on click events, getting and setting variables, math nodes, branch nodes, your if statement, clamping values, updating text dynamically, all the fundamentals. One project. Let's build step 1. Open your widgets. Open WBP health bar from your UI folder, go to designer tab. We need to add 2 buttons and a HP number text. Tell me when you're in the designer tab right now. Okay, let's say something like I am in the designer tab. Let's go with something like tab. There we go, and now let's just go ahead and quickly open the designer tab. There we go, and then just shrink Unreal Engine. Step 1, you should add your widgets. Action is the foundational key to success, said by Pablo Picasso. Is that his name? Guys, I'm awful at name pronunciation. It could have been spelled as Picasso. I think it's Picasso. Okay, you should already have progress bar, text HP. I do have those. We're adding 3 more things. A text block to show 100 out of 100 number, a button for damage, a button for heal. Add the HP number, find text in your palette under common, drag it onto the canvas. In the hierarchy, it should sit inside the canvas panel. In details panel, find text under content, change it to 100 by 100 for now. Set position x-axis 460, position y-axis 50. Set font to 20, set color to white, name it. Look at the top of the details panel. Change the name from text1 to text block underscore HP. This is important for later. Add the damage button, find button and palette under common, drag it to the canvas, set position x-axis to 50, position y-axis to 110. Set size x to be 150, size y to be 50. Change button color to dark red, find background color in detail, set the RGB to 0.4, 0.0, and 0.0. Basically a slight shade of red color. Okay, add the text inside the damage button. Look at your hierarchy, drag a text widget and drop it on top of the button in the hierarchy. It should nest inside the button like this. Set the text to -10 HP, set the color to be white, set the font to be 18. Add the health button, drag another button onto the canvas, set position X equals 220, position Y equals to 110, set size X 150, size Y 50. No point reading the sizes because I will be actually looking at the reference while actually adding the size because I cannot remember everything at once. Add text inside heal buttons, same, okay, all the basic stuff. Your hierarchy should now look like this. Okay, so I have button, -10, button, +10. Compile and save, hit Control S. Your canvas should look something like this. Oh, I see. Okay, well, I guess let's open my Unreal Engine real quick, and then I will be looking at a reference as well. So maybe let me just go ahead and shrink the reference, because in case you guys didn't know, I did like what I did last stream. I have like two clouds open, one in left and one in right, one for reading the instructions and one for showing you guys the instructions, if that makes any sense. Okay, that said, in my hierarchy tab, let's see the step 1. Okay, add your new widget. You should already have progress bar. We're adding 3 more things, a text block and 2 buttons. Add the HP number text, okay? Find text in your palette. So where's my palette? I see palette and I see text. And drag the text here, maybe zoom in a bit so I can see something. There we go. Your palette, drag it onto the canvas. In the hierarchy, it should say text, okay? In details panel, find text under content. So under my content, I'm gonna go ahead and find text. Okay, and then my text block, change it to 100 by 100 for now. So I'm gonna go with something like 100 by 100. Okay, set position x-axis to 460. So I'm gonna go with something like position POSI. Well, I guess there we go. My position x-axis is going to be set to 450 and my position y-axis is going to be set to 50. It's not bad. I don't know how Gemini, Claude actually figures out these numbers. Well, maybe because it's modeled to do so. That said, set font size to 20. So I'm going to go with something like font size. Let's type something like font size to 20. There. Don't want it to be too big. Okay, set color to white, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a color. I mean, it is already white, like literally. I might find color under rendering, right? Opacity, clipping, no. Render transitions, no. Behavior, navigation. Oh, I gotta select it. And then let's go with color. Color and opacity, it is set to white. Name it. Look at the top of the left, details is panel. So, details is panel, there we go. It's important. Text block underscore HP. Let's go with something like text block underscore HP. There we go. Okay, once I'm done with this, add the damage button next. Find button in the palette. So I'm gonna find button in the palette, drag it in the canvas. There we go. Okay, drag it on the canvas. Set position to be 50. So I'm gonna go with something like position. Seriously, no positions yet. I'm assuming it's in slot. So there we go. Position X is going to be 50. Position Y is going to be set to 110. So I'm going to go with 110. And then size is going to be 150. So I'm going to go with something like size X is 150. And size Y is going to be regular 50. Wonder what that does. There we go. Excuse me, guys. That's it. Change button color to dark red. Okay, let's find a dark red color. I'm gonna go with something like color. There's a tint here. I want to change my tint. Background color and details. So I gotta find background color. Normal color, background color, background color. Do you guys see? There we go. This is going to be red. I'm going to change that to 0, change that to 0. And then I'll hit OK. There we go. Once I'm done with this, oh wait, hold up. I don't want it to be pitch red. 0.4. There. It's dark red now. Okay, look at the hierarchy or add text inside the button. Look at hierarchy, drag a text widget. So look at hierarchy. Okay, drag a text widget and drop it on top of the button in the hierarchy. Okay, so I gotta drag a text and then drop it in the button inside my hierarchy. I did that, right? Oh, widget can have children. Hold up, text drop there. Okay, I guess basically... Is this a child? Let me just go ahead and delete it real quick. Can I delete it? Okay, cannot. I'm assuming it's a child because my regular button... What if I drag a regular button down here? Oh, I didn't mean there. Let's go with a button. The buttons, they look like this. Fine, I guess I'll delete a button. Let's go with something like a text. Is this a okay, I can delete both of them. Nope. Oh, whoops. Hit Control Z. And there. How do I know if it's a children? Drag the text widget and drop it on top of the button. On top of the button. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this real quick. Let's go with text widget. Drag it on top of the button. Oh, there! I had to drag it literally on top of the button. Never mind, there we go. Okay, let's just check if everything is going good here real quick. There we go. Okay, and then once I'm done with that, let's see the next thing that I gotta do. It should nest inside the button like this. It does nest inside the button. Set the text to be -10. I'm gonna set the text to be -10. Okay, let's go with something like -10. Just delete all that. And I'm gonna set this to be something like -10. Okay, once I'm done with that, set color to white. Set font size to 18. I'm gonna go ahead and set my color to white and then my font size to be 18. How big would that be? It's not that big, it's not that small. Okay, did I set it to 18 or 10? 18 there. Add the heal button. Drag another button onto the canvas. Let's drag another button onto the canvas. I'm gonna go ahead and add some positions. Okay, I'm actually starting to get a gist of how this works. This is going to be 220. That is going to be 110. Okay, 150 and 50. So position X is going to be 150. Position Y is going to be set to 50. There. Okay, change button color to dark green. So it's 0.3 and... Oh, I'm gonna go with something like color. Let's change it to be dark green, the background color. So it should be all the way down here. This is going to be 0.3. And then let's go ahead and do something like okay. Wait, 0.3 made it... That's going to be 0. That's going to be 0. There, okay, that's dark green for heal. Okay, add text inside the heal button. Same as before, nest a text widget inside the button. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get a text and nest it inside this. I'm going to add the basic stuff. Let's go ahead and add something like text. This is going to be +10. Let's go with +10. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove this. The next thing I might need is going to be something like font. That is going to be 18 and all that basic stuff. There, that's good. Okay, a hierarchy should look like this. Set anchors on everything. Each new widget, one by one, set anchor to top left for all of them. Oh, I see. Okay, let's go with anchor, I guess. ANCH. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go with everything. This is going to be top left. I don't know why are these anchors necessary here, but I guess it is. This doesn't have an anchor. Okay, one annoying thing. Why does my Unreal Engine crash for no reason? I didn't do a thing and it crashed. I hope my work is saved though. Even if it's not, I think I got it. Shouldn't be that hard. Okay, let's wait for it to open again. And then once I'm done adding anchors, same as we did for progress bar, compile and hit save. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and restore selected. Okay, let's go ahead and save it all. Hopefully it's all saved. Well, I guess it's not all saved, but it could potentially have been worse. Okay, I have my text block. Okay, let's go with something like text, text. I'm gonna go ahead and set this to be something like a -10. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add the anchor, ANCHOR. I can't add the anchor for text, but I can add the anchor for this. I can go ahead and add the anchor for that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a font to be something like 18. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure that I compile it every single time this time, so my program is at least saved. I'm gonna Control S as well. And then next I'm gonna go ahead and drag another button on my window where I'm assuming I know the sizes that goes here. The position is going to be 120. Okay, and that is going to be 50. Right? Nope, that is way off limits. What is the position for this? 50, 110. So this is going to be 1. Wait, that is 50. So my button is 50 and 110. That is 100. That is 50. This is going to be 100 and 110. There. Okay, and then let me just go ahead and set my size to be the same as this. 150, 50. This is going to be 150. That is going to be 50. And yeah, I'm not looking at the actual reference of this. I'm just trying to see if I can write it on my own. This is going to be 150. Okay, 150 did not work. Let's go with 250. Okay, there. That's somewhat good, I'd say. Do I want them to be together type stuff? Maybe I'm gonna go with 300. I am a little picky when it comes to this. There, okay, I think 300 is good. Now let's go with the background color, which is going to be all the way down here. I'm gonna go ahead and set my background color. Let's go with BACK to be something like, let's say 0 for red, 0.3 for green, which is going to be a dark green color, and 0 for blue. There we go. I want it to be dark green to heal. And then I'm going to add another text block and drop it down here. Excuse me, guys. Then let's go with something like the font, which is going to be something like 18. And then I'm going to go with the color. Actually, not color. Instead, I'm going to go with something like the text. Let's go with the text block, TEXT, which is going to be something like +10. I'm going to go with +10. And well, that's actually about it for this. Unless I'm missing an anchor. Let's go with an anchor. Okay, which is going to be top left. There we go. Done with everything, I guess. This does not have an anchor. ANCH. Okay, well, it does not have an anchor. Now let's hit Control S to save the code. If I were to go to my content drawer, double click my... Oh my gosh, please tell me I have my map. Okay, I got scared for. I was like, I don't have my map. Let's restart selected, go here, and run the code. Now I see my health bar with a plus and a minus sign. I'm gonna go with something like Windows Shift S, copy this. There we go. It does not look that bad, to be honest. This actually looks like a literal UI being displayed on my window. Which it actually is. It looks like an actual game-ready UI. That said, I'm gonna go ahead and get Claude back up here. And then let's just check if everything is going good. There we go. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little, paste it, and say something like, this is what I've done so far. Exclamation. Okay, let me just check. There we go. Let's go all the way there. Okay, I think it's going good. There, let me just go ahead and keep this straight real quick. There. Okay, perfect. Okay, so HP text. Let's scroll all the way down here. There we go. Okay, once we're done with all that stuff, but wait, I noticed we're already in the game view watch. Okay, which means you hit play without telling me. I said you just send a screenshot from the designer, not the game. However, the fact that it looks correct in the game actually means your anchor and positions are working, so I will allow it this time. Step 2. Now we wire the logic. This is the part where you stop being a designer and start being a developer. Go back to WBP underscore health bar and click the graph tab on the top right. Now, before I give you these steps, I want you to think. You have a -10 button when something clicks it. What needs to happen if in simple English, you have a -10 button. Okay, no blueprint language. Okay, every time I click my -10 button, I want to lose 10 HP, and every time I click the +10 button, I want to reach 10 HP. There we go, and then let's just go ahead and set it real quick. These are the basic things that we might need. Okay, let's see. Yes, that's exactly right, but I want you to go deeper. You're thinking like, okay, you're thinking like a user right now. I need you to think like a developer. Well, I guess let me read everything real quick. What happens to the variable specifically? Current health. When the -10 button is clicked, what should happen to the current health? Current health equals to max health -10. Current health equals current health -10. Max health. There we go. Okay, what should happen if the current health is already at 0 and we click 0? It goes to -10, it stays at 0, nothing happens. The game crashes, stays at 0, nothing happens. What should happen if current health is already at 100 and we click +10? It stays at 100, nothing happens. Okay, let's see. Chat, did you just see 3 out of 3? Perfect. You just described clamping logic, boundary. I did work a lot with clamping, so I didn't know what that means. Okay, boundary conditions and variable manipulation without even knowing the technical terms. That is not luck, that is a developer brain switching on. The mind is not a vessel to be filled with fire. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. I see, said by Plutarch. Is that his name? Chat, this is exactly the moment I wait for every student. Okay, wait for with every student. Now let's turn that thinking into an actual blueprint. And this time you understand why every node exists. Wait, let me say something like, say, since we are working with logic, isn't it going to be better if we use C++ instead of blueprint question mark? Or which is recommended and what do professional programmers use/do? Okay, honestly, I do feel like it is like mostly based on preference as to what people might prefer doing. Some programmers would prefer using blueprints for getting all the tedious stuff out, while other programmers might prefer to actually use C++ code, even though blueprints is much easier because C++ gives much more control. And I did not really send it. Let's send the text real quick. Okay, great question, and I love that you're thinking about this, but I see what you're doing. You're avoiding the health button challenge by asking me a question. Chad, do you see that classic distraction technique? Guys, classic distraction technique is kind of crazy. I will answer your question, but then you're going straight back into the health button deal. C++ versus blueprints. The real answer, what professionals actually do. Let me show you exactly how real game studios work. Studio size approach. AAA studios, Epic, EA, UBI Soft, C++ for core systems, blueprint for gameplay. I see. In DICE Studios, most blueprints, some C++, solo developers usually blueprints first, C++ when needed. Technical programmers, heavy C++ gameplay programmers, mix of both. The honest truth about blueprints. Blueprints are not a toy, they're not just for beginners, listen carefully. Fortnite, one of the most successful games ever made, used both C++ and blueprints heavily. Epic Games themselves use blueprints professionally. Went to C++, complex math-heavy systems, performance-critical code, thousands of calculations per frame, engine-level modifications, custom plugins, large team where code needs version control, AI systems, networking, and multiplayer logic. When to use blueprints, UI logic like what are we doing right now, rapid prototyping, gameplay events and triggers, animation and visual effects, small to medium projects. When you need to iterate fast, the golden workflow professionals use C++ programmer blueprint designer. Under the C++ programmers, write base class, creates variables, build core systems, optimizes performance, extends in blueprint, tweaks values visually, builds gameplay logic, iterates quickly. So both actually have a reason or like a purpose. Think of it like a C++ builds the engine, blueprints, designs the interior, and controls. You need both. For your specific right for you specifically right now, here's my honest recommendation, and I will not sugarcoat it. Right now, master blueprints. Next month, learn C++ fundamentals. After that, combine. Okay, let me see something like, but I actually have more experience programming in C++ using the Unreal Engine 5's syntaxes and almost no experience using blueprints. Okay, you keep up the good work. Honestly, I appreciate you, Ankit. That actually means the world to me, guys. Okay, and there were a lot of typos up there. That's it, let's see. Okay, why did you tell me this from the beginning, chat? This changes everything. They have been doing blueprints. They have been doing blueprints this whole time and they already know C++. I would have taught this completely differently. But wait, this is actually incredible. Let's read the whole thing. Because I did spend a lot of time learning C++ and almost no time learning blueprints. How comfortable are you with C++? I know basic variable function classes. I can write components and handle input. I'm fairly confident. I've built systems before. I know syntax but never built anything. I can write components and handle input. I know the basics like U property, U enums, let's say something like binding. Okay, what else do I know? Let's think. Enhanced ENHANCD, enhanced inputs, legacy inputs, which I don't use anymore. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Blueprints for loop while loops. Okay, and a few more basic things that I can't remember. Okay, let's hit enter. What have you already built in Unreal Engine 5 enhanced input systems? Custom characters, actor components, game mode, enhanced. Custom character class, not a custom character class, enhanced input systems. Game modes slash, there we go, let's go with next. How do you want to proceed now that Sensei knows your background? Redo, health bar, C++. Continue blueprints for UI, use C++ for game logic, makes both C++ backend, feeding into UMG. Continue blueprints for UI, but use C++ for game logic. Continue using blueprints for UI, makes both C++ backend, feeding into UMG. I want to continue CONTINUE. So I want to continue, let's say something like blueprints. Let's go with BRINT. I want to continue using blueprint for UI and C++ for game logic. Although I think that mixing both where I use C++ for back end uh, feeding UI or feeding into UMG would be nice too, so I can't decide what would be the best practice. So could you decide for me, question mark? Okay, and then let's just go ahead and send it. There were a lot of questions up there. Oh wait, hold up, where are all my questions? Okay, wait, was there any other options? Oh, that was 3 out of 3, no wonder. Okay, let's see. Okay, easy decision, and I'm glad you asked me, chat. This is the moment where we level up. Okay, wait, hold up, I want to go back again. I want to read my questions first. Let me just extend this entire window so I have more space. Nope, that doesn't do anything. Fine, I guess let's read it quickly. The easiest question. Let's scroll a bit lower. Okay, let's see, chat, this changed everything. I've been working with blueprints, but wait, actually, incredible news, you know C++, you just built a health bar UI, you realize that you're actually ahead of what I thought you know, blah blah. Before we decide what I need to do, know exactly where you stand, answer honestly, no exaggeration, find out what you want to do first, line of truth, blah blah, easy decision. Okay, backend, my decision, and here's why. C++ backend feeding it to UMG. This is my choice, and here's the reason. This is exactly how professional studio works. It's not sometimes, blah blah, regret. Okay, learning workflow ever. Here's how it works. C++ classes, health, current health, max health, UI widgets, UMG, read current health, update progress, update text, changes. Your C++ does all the thinking, your UMG does all the showing. They never do each other's job. Clean, professional, scalable. The new plan for today, phase 1, blah blah blah, connect the stuff. But first, I gotta answer a few questions. Guys, ignore me if I just skim through that whole thing because I need to actually answer this. How well do you understand you actor component on Unreal Engine 5? I have a rough idea, but explain more. Okay. What IDE are you using for C++? Visual Studio 2022. I am using Visual Studio 2022. That's let's see. Perfect. Visual Studio 2022. Good choice and honest answer on components. I respect that. You didn't fake it, Chad. This is integrity right here. Honesty is the first chapter in the Book of Wisdom said by Thomas Jefferson. You have your component explained properly. To get everything complicated, let me make this crystal clear. Think of it like this. Imagine a character in your game is a smartphone. The phone itself is the actor, but the phone has features: camera module, battery module, Wi-Fi module, speaker module. Each of those modules is a component. You can take the camera module out and put it in a different phone, it still works. That is exactly how components work in Unreal Engine. In Unreal Engine terms, a character, your player, you skeletal mesh, you camera component, you movement component, you health bar component. 3D model, the camera, the movement, we're going to build. Your health component will still sit inside your character, just like the camera does. And just like the camera, you could attach it to an enemy too, or a boss, or a destructible wall, anything. Excuse me, guys. The 3 most important things about UActor components, it inherits from the UActor components. Okay, I see. This gives you all the Unreal's built-in component features automatically. It has U property. This is how C++ talks to blueprints. That makes sense. Without U property, blueprints cannot see variables. This has function. This is how C++ function becomes callable from blueprints. U function blueprint callable, void take damage floats. Okay, without U function, blueprints cannot call your function, period. U property specifiers, you must know the specifier meaning. Edit anywhere, you can edit this in the editor. Blueprint read only. Blueprint can read and change it. Blueprint read, right? Blueprint can read and change it. You can edit this in the editor. Oh, I see what edit anywhere means. I can edit my content or whatever that the U property is telling me to, or whatever I'm going to be actually creating under that. I can edit that in my editor. Blueprint read only. Blueprint can only be read, visible anywhere, visible in the editor, but not editable. Category held, organized in the details panel. U function specifiers you must know. Specifier meaning blueprint callable. Blueprint can call this function. Blueprint pure. Blueprint can call it with no execution pins. Blueprint implementable event you declare in C++ but implement in Blueprint. Blueprint native event has default C++ but can be overridden in Blueprint. The one that will change your life, Blueprint implementable event. This is the secret weapon of the C++ to UMG workflow. U function Blueprint implementable event void on health change, float new health, float max health. This means you declare the function in C++, you call it from C++ whenever the health changes. Blueprint decides what happens when it fires. Your UMG widget listens and updates. C++ take damage fires on health changed. Called in C++, Blueprint receives the hit WBP underscore health bar, updates progress bar and text, clean, professional, zero coupling. Okay, the full picture before we code. U health component.h, current healthy property, max healthy property, take damage, U function, blueprint callable. Okay, I see it. U health component, C++, begin, place, set current health equals max health, take damage, subtract, clamps, calls, on health changes, heal, adds, clamps, calls on health change, WP underscore health bar. Okay, that is the entire system from top to bottom. You write in a single line. Now, are you ready to open Visual Studio and start writing? But first, quick check. Tell me in your own words. What is the difference between U property and U function, and why do we need them? Okay, U property is unveils this property. Okay, which we set it to a certain thing to give a certain thing access to ... If that made any sense. For example, I can set something to be edit anywhere. Let's go with something like edit anywhere. Oh no, I think I made a typo. Let's go with something like edit and ywhere, edit anywhere, and I will be able to edit it on my editor. Okay, in the other hand, U function is Unreal's function, which I don't know much about, to be honest. Okay, let's see, because I have not worked as much with Unreal functions as I've worked with U properties. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay, chat, you got U property almost perfectly in their own words without scrolling up. That is genuine understanding right there. U function, they admitted they don't know, and I'm just gonna skim through a little because I feel like this actually takes a lot of time to like read them up, even though it is like pretty good information. U function, the simplest explanation ever. U property makes your variable visible to your Unreal and blueprints. U functions does exactly the same thing, but for your functions. That is it, full stop. Without U function, why take damage? Blueprint cannot see this. Oh, I see. U function blueprint callable. Blueprint can now call this function, it exists. Okay, actually that does make a lot of sense. Okay, step 2. Write this header file. So in my health, find health component.h and replace everything inside. I did not really create one yet. So we have pragma. Once this feels like it's my header files for an actor class. No, components. Actor component. Yeah, it's a header file from actors' class. Wherever U class, group, custom. This is not something that we actually have just regularly written. Class, your project name, generate body. We have that says default value, U health component. Okay, well, that moved really fast. Hold up. Important, find this line. Okay, let me see something like, can we go step by step? Should I create an actor class first question mark. Pretty sure I gotta create an actor class first. Let's go ahead and send that real quick. No, here's why. You don't need to create an actor class first. The component attaches to an existing actor. Remember the smartphone analogy? You don't build a new phone, you just add a camera module. You can attach the camera module to the phone that already exists. Excuse me, guys. We will attach the health component to a character later. Right now, we just build the component itself one step at a time. One step at a time is all it takes to get you there. Said by Emily Dickinson. Is that pronounce the name? Okay, Chad, they're thinking ahead. Okay, all that stuff. So here's our exact step-by-step order. Create health component C++ class. We start here. Okay, step 1. Follow these steps in Unreal Engine. Go to Tools, create new class, C++ class. This is exactly what I meant. Click New Class. Find Actor Component. You will see a list of parents. Scroll down until you find Actor Component. I have never used this. Click it once to select it. Click Next at the bottom right. Name your class. In the name field, type exactly health component. Make sure the path looks something like this. Click your create class. What happens next? Unreal will generate your files. Automatically open Visual Studio. We'll see two new files. Health component.h, health component.c++. That is all for step 1. Nothing else. Don't touch anything yet. Tell me when Visual Studio is open. Okay, let's open Visual Studio, I guess, and then I'm gonna go ahead and exit this. Let's move on to something like tools and then go to something like new class. I'm gonna go ahead and create a actor component class. I actually have never used this class before. What did I have to name my actor component class? There we go. So health component. So I'm gonna name it something like health component. And then let's just go ahead and create a class. This is in turn going to open my Visual Studio where I'm going to be having two files, my header files and my C++ files. I guess let's wait till it adds my code to the project. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. Here we go. Okay, project now includes sources. Okay, please click OK. Successfully, fine. Okay, now this opened my... Excuse me guys, this opened my Visual Studio now. I should be having my... I don't think I'm going to be having any kind of projects because I did not really create any files for my UMG last stream. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. And for my header files, oh, it does go with Classroom Custom and then Meta Blueprint Spawn components. Okay, let's just go ahead and open this real quick. Let's get Claude here, and then let's say something like done creating a actor component class dot dot dot. Although before we move on to step 2, I had a quick question dot dot dot. I have never used this class before, so what does it do, question mark. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and send the text real quick. Okay, good, you didn't just blindly follow. You want to understand this exactly in mindset. Investment is knowledge, pays interest, blah blah, said by Benjamin Franklin. Okay, what is an actor component? Truly explained. First, what is an actor? In Unreal Engine, everything you see in your world is an actor. Your player actor, your enemy actor, a tree actor, a door actor. An actor is simply anything that exists in the world. So what is an actor component? An actor component is a reusable piece of functionality that you can attach to an actor. Unreal Engine itself is built entirely in this way. Look at your character. Right now, it already has components attached by default. Character, you capsule component, you skeletal mesh. Okay, it does have those things. See that movement is not written inside the character class. It is a separate component attached to it. That is the Unreal's way. Why not just put health directly in the character class? Great question. Let me show you why that is a bad idea. Health directly in character class. Okay, now your enemy needs health too, so you copy the same code into the enemy class. When your boss needs health, copy paste again, then a destructible wall. Oh, I see. Basically what an actor component does is I can go ahead and use the actor component and create a bunch of derived classes that inherits from my actor component. So they all will have the same HP system. That makes sense. Okay, what does UActor component give you for free when you inherit from UActor components? Okay, I guess I understood this part correct. Feature, begin play, get owner. Honestly, actually, I might work on what you may call it this part. I guess next stream because this seems like a pretty good topic that I don't really want to do in my UMG stream. So I might tell that to Gemini because this stream, all I wanted to do was work with some more UIs like I did here and just adding and decorating stuff. Later on, I will be adding some kind of logic. Speaking of logic, can I really click this? Ah, that's fine. Okay, speaking of logic, later on, I can hover over them. There we go. Okay, later on, maybe next stream, I will be working on adding some kind of functionalities to this button where every time I click -10, my health decreases and +10, my health increases. Once I'm done with that as well, I will learn on how to actually, let's say, keep some kind of UI on top of my enemies' head. If I couldn't do that, I'm just going to be having a big UI for like boss HP and all that stuff. And then later using raycasting, I might actually make my enemy chase my player around. If that makes any sense, it's most likely going to be like an FPS game type stuff, first person shooter game. Or I could go with something like an RPG game, which is basically RPG, a role-playing game. Okay, that's it. Let's just go ahead and close it real quick. Okay, although the reason I am like saving this for next year is because this topic feels really good. I might want to have a whole separate stream. By next year, I meant the stream after the after tomorrow, because maybe tomorrow I'm going to be having a workout stream because I did actually want to have workout streams. Plus, I'm getting pretty scrawny, so I do need some kind of workouts to be done. That's it. Let's see something like. Oh, I see. Dot dot dot. Okay, that said, can we do this, or can we work on this next stream question mark? Because this stream I do, let's go with something like STREM, because this stream I do need to end it since I got some college work to do. Okay, that said, I will be creating a friends new stream, okay, tomorrow. Okay, and when I tell you, let's say live, hey, can we work on this topic? Then question mark. Okay, and for now, before I do end the stream, is there anything that you want to say to the viewers? Question mark. Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and send this real quick. Excuse me, guys. That said, okay, respect that. College comes first, but before you go, chat, look at what just happened today. This person came in here. I didn't do all that much. I won't be reading this today type stuff. To everyone watching right now, you just watched someone I did not watch. I did not do any of that. And tomorrow we write real code, real systems. By tomorrow, plot most likely means the after tomorrow. I'm going to see my tomorrow schedule, and based on that, I'm going to see if I'm going to be working on a Unreal Engine stream or a workout stream. I'm waiting for a workout stream, so I might do that. If you're learning anything right now, game dev, coding, art, music, remember this. The people who win are not the most talented in their room. They're the ones who show up consistently every single day. Okay, homework before tomorrow. And yes, I mean it this time, which I did not absolutely do with the last stream. Open health bar component. Just read it, understand every line. Don't change anything yet. Just read. Answer the question. What is the difference between begin, play, and tick component? Think about it. Don't just Google it. Use your brains. Finish the health button in blueprints. Yes. It is unfinished. Yes, I remember. Yes, chat remembers too. I am done with the health buttons. I mean, that's fine. That's it. I'm going to hit Control S to save the code here. I'm going to go ahead and hit save here as well. Exit that. Let's hit Control S to save the code here. Exit that as well. And then let's go to my main camera. Alright guys, so basically, didn't I not go to the main camera for my... Oh, my vertical stream, is it frozen? It's not frozen. Okay, that said, this is basically pretty much it for the stream. If you guys did enjoy the stream, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, like, up to my algorithm, share, make some fun, subscribe, like, turn top. That's it. I did some multi-streaming on Twitch, Kick, YouTube. I will start multi-streaming on TikTok and Instagram as well. So if you guys really enjoy my content and haven't followed me there, make sure to follow me there. The link will be in the description. You guys can get access to my socials link through my bio or by typing exclamation socials in chat. Socials on chat. That's it. Also join my Discord server. That's why I usually talk to you guys, chat with you guys, have regular conversations with you guys. Also give you guys my roadmap there as well, my C++ roadmap or Python roadmap, because I have not made a roadmap for Unreal Engine or SDL3 yet. That's you guys can get access to my Discord server through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing exclamation Discord and chat. That's it. I'll catch you guys next live stream or video. Peace.